Have you ever wondered what happens to us after we die? Is there a soul, a consciousness that lives on? For centuries, this has been a question for philosophers and theologians. But in the early 20th century, one man decided to take a different approach. He wasn't a priest or a prophet, he was a doctor, and he wanted to prove the existence of the soul with science. His name was Dr. Duncan McDougall, and his idea was both simple and profound. If the soul is a real, physical thing that leaves the body at death, then it must have weight, and if it has weight, he could measure it. So, in 1901, in his clinic in Massachusetts, McDougall set up a truly unique experiment. He built a special, industrial-sized scale, sensitive enough to detect the tiniest changes in mass. On this scale, he placed a bed, and on that bed, he placed his first subject, a patient in the final stages of tuberculosis. For hours, McDougall and his team watched and waited. They meticulously recorded the patient's slow decline, noting every slight loss of weight due to sweat and breathing. They were prepared for a long vigil. Then, it happened. At the exact moment the patient passed away, the beam of the scale suddenly dropped. It was a clear, undeniable change. The body had instantly become lighter. How much lighter? According to McDougall's measurements, it was 3/4 of an ounce. That's about 21 grams. Could this be it? The physical weight of the human soul. McDougall was ecstatic, but knew he needed more data. He repeated the experiment with 5 more terminally ill patients. The results were mixed. The second patient also showed a loss of weight, but the scales weren't properly calibrated at the moment of death. The third showed a 2-step weight loss. 2 others showed no change at all, one because he died before the equipment was ready, the other because the scale malfunctioned. Only 1 out of the 6 experiments produced that clean, dramatic result. Undeterred, McDougall then turned to animals. He conducted the same experiment on 15 dogs. He reasoned that, if animals don't have souls, as some beliefs suggest, then they shouldn't lose any weight at death. And that's exactly what he found. Not a single dog showed any measurable weight loss when they passed. In 1907, Dr. McDougall published his findings in prestigious journals, including American Medicine and the New York Times. The public was captivated. The 21 grams theory became a sensation. It offered a tangible, scientific answer to one of life's greatest mysteries. People wanted to believe, but the scientific community was far from convinced. They pointed out the tiny sample size, only one truly successful human experiment. They questioned the accuracy of his equipment, which by today's standards was incredibly primitive. Critics argued that the sudden weight loss could have been caused by a final gasp of air leaving the lungs or a sudden rise in body temperature causing a rush of sweat evaporation. The lack of weight loss in dogs could simply be because dogs don't sweat through their skin like humans do. They pant to cool down, a process that stops at death. Despite the heavy criticism, McDougall's ambition didn't stop at weighing the soul. His next goal was even more audacious: to photograph it. He believed the soul might be composed of a substance similar to luminiferous ether, a hypothetical medium once thought to fill all of space. He planned to use X-rays to try and capture an image of this soul substance as it departed the body. Sadly, Dr. Duncan McDougall passed away in 1920 before he could carry out these photographic experiments. He died believing he was on the verge of a world-changing discovery. Today, the 21 grams experiment is widely regarded as flawed science. No one has ever been able to replicate his results. But the story endures. It's been referenced in movies, books, and TV shows, becoming a powerful piece of modern folklore. So, why are we still so fascinated by this century-old, debunked experiment? Perhaps it's because it represents something deeply human, our desperate desire to find concrete answers in the face of the unknown. McDougall's attempt to bridge the gap between faith and science, between the spiritual and the material, speaks to a curiosity that we all share. While he may not have successfully weighed the soul, Dr. McDougall certainly gave us a heavy question to think about. What do you believe? Does the soul have weight, or is it something that can never be measured? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the stranger side of science, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories like this one. See you next time.